The internet said that Puffy tried to kill me. I left them parties early. I was out by 9. Something don't look right. It's slippery in here.
He got mad at me a little bit because I would follow him, and I would actually follow him with a camera, because at that time Puff was the biggest guy in the world. You know, you couldn't even get in his parties. So the way I would get in his parties, I'd show up with a camera. Like, yo, Puff, you need to document it.
You know what's crazy? I used to follow Diddy back in the day when Diddy had all of the songs out. Yeah. He was so famous, we couldn't get into our own clubs in LA. Like, we go in the clubs, you'll get...
Well, like, you go with him?
Just when you thought things couldn't get wilder, Joe Rogan jumped into the mix and said what a lot of people have been quietly thinking about Diddy. He might be up to no good, and Jamie Foxx barely got away in one piece. The whole situation is messy, and if you've been paying attention to what's been happening around Diddy, things aren't looking too good. People have always whispered about how folks close to him seem to disappear under strange circumstances. And the official stories never quite add up. Remember Kim Porter, his ex and the mother of his kids? They said she passed from pneumonia, but even now, a lot of people aren't buying that explanation. Then there's Uncle Ron, the guy who dared to accuse Diddy of being involved in Biggie's death. He came forward with some serious claims, and not long after, he was out of the picture. So here's the thing. Sources claim he passed away from pneumonia too. But hold up. Let's talk about ALB. He was the first to say that Kim's sudden death just didn't add up, and then out of nowhere, he ended up in a coma. Luckily, he made it through, but seriously, the timing of it all just feels off. Now, Jamie Foxx, he's no stranger to Diddy's crazy world. Word on the street is that Jamie was always at those wild Diddy parties, but he wasn't just hanging out. Nah, he always had a camera with him. People say he was recording everything that happened behind the scenes. If that's true, Jamie might have had some serious evidence on what really went down. But wait, there's more. Jamie even claimed he showed Diddy how to throw a party without burning through millions. While Diddy was out here spending crazy amounts of money, Jamie supposedly said, "Come to my spot in LA, and I'll show you how to throw a party for just $400 that's just as good." Diddy didn't like that one bit, though. He got pretty irritated. All right, let me set the record straight real quick. When I said that, I wasn't trying to act tough. I was just saying, nah, that's not me. Not that I don't respect you, but I just know how to handle things my way. Now, remember back in 2023 when Jamie Foxx suddenly ended up in the hospital, unresponsive? Ever since then, there's been some wild talk going around. People were saying he had a run-in with Diddy and might have been talking to the feds about some shady dealings. At the time, there were rumors flying that Jamie had been poisoned. If that's true, it kind of follows the pattern we've seen with people close to Diddy before. But that's not the wildest part. There's Big CC, a celebrity bodyguard who's been around some of Hollywood's craziest situations. He started revealing some strange things about the connection between Diddy and Jamie Foxx. This guy doesn't just talk to hear himself. He's actually worked at events for both of them. His words are a bit chilling. According to him, Diddy and Jamie were way closer than anyone realized, and the parties they threw, let's just say they were next level, and not in a good way. CC says he was even at one of Jamie's parties when things got pretty weird. So, here's the deal. One of Jamie Foxx's bodyguards shared a crazy story. He went to the bathroom at one of Jamie's parties, and when he walked in, he couldn't believe his eyes. 5 guys just messing around with each other. His partner, Dugar DC, has been at events where things got so out of hand, it was downright disturbing. Dugar even talked about walking into a public restroom at one of these parties and finding 5 men in very compromising positions. He said it was one of the most shocking things he's ever seen. And the thing is, this wasn't a one-time thing. Dugar's job was to keep an eye on these wild situations, but that caught him off guard. But wait, here's where it gets really wild. There's a serious claim going around that Diddy might have poisoned Jamie Foxx to keep him quiet. Why? Because Jamie allegedly has footage from those wild Diddy parties, footage that could ruin Diddy's reputation. Jamie's even talked about how he recorded some of Diddy's craziest moments, calling it classic material. So if these tapes are real, what's on them that would make Diddy go this far?
on him and showed up in it was town car days. I had a town car. Popped out the town car with a camera. Said, yo, Puff, yo, you gotta let me film this. The whole thing, we need to document this, Playboy. He was like, yo, let him through. And I'm like, all right, I'm through.
Is there any idea why Diddy would want to poison Jamie Foxx?
You get called to testify. If you on camera and some of this footage, and you want to make it a little bit easier for yourself.
But it doesn't stop there. According to Big Homie, this wasn't just about some tapes. He claims Jamie might have had a fallout with some of Diddy's closest associates, which only fueled the fire.
If you ask anybody about me, they're going to tell you I'm known for blowing the spot up. So, like, I've had altercations with people around him for doing strange things to people that I'm close with. And,
But wait, there's more. Big Homie says this wasn't just about some tapes. Apparently, Jamie might have had a fallout with some of Diddy's closest people, and that just made everything worse. If you ask anyone about me, they'll tell you I'm known for causing a stir. So yeah, I've had my issues with people around Diddy. They've done some shady things to people close to me, and it's that kind of sneaky stuff that fuels the fire. And just when you thought this story couldn't get any crazier, Jamie Foxx's Netflix special dropped, and that added even more twists to the whole thing. Here's what people are saying. Word on the street is that this special dives deep into Jamie's complicated relationship with Diddy. Multiple sources claim that Jamie outright accused Diddy of being behind his hospitalization, allegedly poisoning him. Several media outlets have reported that witnesses from the set are standing by these claims. According to them, Jamie wasn't joking around. He made it clear this wasn't just a comedian riffing for laughs. He was serious, and he wasn't afraid to point fingers. Jamie wasn't messing around when he spoke up. He made sure everyone knew he was dead serious about what he was saying. If what he's claiming is true, this could blow the whole Diddy situation wide open and finally explain the tension that's been building between the two of them. Multiple media outlets have even reported that witnesses on set are sticking by Jamie's side, backing up his accusations. From what they're saying, Jamie didn't hesitate to point fingers. He wasn't joking around. He was being completely serious. And just when you thought things couldn't get any weirder, Jamie dropped this wild story. He was having dinner in Vegas with his daughter when they were leaving the restaurant. As they walked out, he overheard someone say, "That's not him, that's a clone." It stopped him in his tracks. Jamie didn't just let it slide. He addressed all the rumors head on, saying he wasn't at any of Diddy's parties and that people are just making stuff up. But here's the twist. Many people believe Jamie is trying to deflect attention, maybe even out of fear for what's really going on behind the scenes. Jamie's been acting like everything's fine, but honestly, the way he talks about it only makes things seem even more suspicious. He said, "Heck no, I was out early, left by 9. Things didn't feel right. It was slippery in there." It's like he's trying to downplay the whole thing, but that only makes us wonder more. He says Atlanta saved him, but once he cleared up the rumors, everything just got way weirder. Then, just when you think things can't get any crazier, Jamie found himself in yet another bizarre situation. This time, it happened while he was celebrating his birthday at a hot Beverly Hills spot. Out of nowhere, someone threw a glass from another table, and it hit Jamie right in the face. His representatives say the glass strike was serious enough to require stitches. So, here's the scoop, people. Jamie Foxx's Netflix special dropped, and he made some jokes that seemed to hint at Diddy's shady dealings. Of course, the internet started buzzing, wondering if someone close to Diddy was out for revenge after Jamie took those shots. It's not like this kind of thing hasn't happened before, right? People have been silenced for less. Then, the plot thickens. Choke, no joke, stepped up and backed up the allegations. According to him, Jamie didn't just joke about Diddy. He seriously accused him of being behind his mysterious health scare. Choke says he knows when someone's just telling a joke and when they're spilling the truth. And in this case, he believes Jamie was speaking real facts. He's convinced Jamie wasn't messing around when he said Diddy did something to him. But wait, there's more. Choke thinks Jamie's decision to disappear after getting better wasn't just about recovering. It was about staying alive. He believes Jamie went into hiding to protect himself from Diddy's possible retaliation. The timing is just too on point. Jamie laid low until Diddy was arrested, and then, bam, Jamie pops up again out at a game with Jerry Jones. Choke is calling it. It wasn't about making a comeback. It was all about survival. Now, let me tell you, the streets are talking. And trust, people aren't holding back. One comment that stuck out said, Jamie Foxx is no different.